BMW Z models were never too mainstream, were they? Sales never went out the roof with this roadster, and frankly, it has its own type of buyers. It's for those who fancy a compact, lightweight convertible for their daily drives, underpinned by Bavarian innovation and craftsmanship. This is the BMW Z4, and if you guys aren't familiar with the BMW naming, the Z in BMW means the future line of BMW cars, as the Germans call it. It's in its third generation now, and let's just say it's one hell of a good looker. In this review, we'll be taking a closer look at the interior and exterior of BMW's brand new Roadster, and I would like you guys to smash that like button right now if you'd like to see a review of the BMW X7. Make sure to do that right now. What is up, you guys? Master Cars over here, and today we've got the brand new 2019 BMW Z4. The Z4 sDrive20i in today's review is optioned with the Sport line trim, finished in Mediterranean blue metallic paint and Ivory White Vernasca leather on the seats. The soft top can be either in black or grey. Starting price of the Z4 in Lebanon is around 68 grand. Jumping into the new Z4, now let's just close up the roof, because it's quite, very sunny here. So, if you've been watching my recent reviews of the BMW 3 Series, A Series and X5, you'll see that this interior is very similar to that, and I'm not complaining because I just love this interior. Everything is right what you want it to be. It's all driver focused, everything is really top notch. BMW is doing a great job in the interior. It all feels luxurious and upmarket, with the dials and buttons and aluminum buttons here and there, which I really like. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about are the seats. They're Ivory White seats, Vernasca leather. I mean, they're so comfortable, they hold you in quite good. But the thing is, they look really good with the quiltings at the top. That's a big thumbs up for this spec. Now let's go ahead and talk more about the interior of the Z4. So starting off with the steering wheel, it's BMW's new updated 3-spoke multifunction leather wrap steering wheel. As you can see, you have aluminum right here, which I think looks really good on this BMW steering wheel. Behind that, you've got aluminum paddle shifters, which I've said in recent reviews are really good. They're really upmarket. I really like the way they look and feel when you're using them. And then behind that, you have your digital gauges, which feel kind of small in this car. I don't know why, it gives me this feeling. But it's 12.3-inch screen like you get on all other BMWs. And other than that, you have your light commands right here. And look at this beautiful leather, the Ivory White. Wow, that's a big thumbs up for this spec. Beside me talking about how beautiful this spec is, let's talk about the tech you get in the new Z4. The BMW Life Cockpit Professional is standard, for instance, with its 2 high-quality displays, though the head-up display will cost you $1,000 more. After having the chance to experience many infotainment screens, I can honestly say that BMW's operating system offers a ton of functionality with the revised voice commands and optional gesture control. The navigation system, it's one of the best in the business. To be honest, I really like the way it looks. It's really intuitive and fast. The iDrive system is getting better and better each year. And look, you have the Z4 avatar here in this blue color. You can only see me, actually. Then below that, you have your tour events with a small display. Now, what do you think, guys? Should I remove this? I don't know. They just have kept it for the review. Everything is removed except for this. Let's just remove it for the review. Make sure to smash the like button. Now it's all clean here. And then you have buttons for the climate control, of course. And I think this looks really nice. It's simpler than the previous generations. You only have buttons, which is really easy to use. Max AC, if you press that, it's gonna be blowing that. And you can decrease that through this button right here. And below that, your volume controls for the radio. Actually, I really like the speakers in the BMWs. Of course, you've got ambient lighting. And then below here, let me just close that up so you can see we have the Z4 emblem and this aluminum here, which looks good. You have a place to put your phone with a cigarette lighter, one USB port, and I think this is an ashtray. I don't know what that is specifically, but I think this is it. This gear knob, which I think looks really good, guys. Really easy to use. Traction control buttons, parking sensors, start stop, and all that. You have your driving modes. And then there's the iDrive controller. Now, maybe a lot of you guys might wonder why is there still an iDrive controller if everything is, you know, a touch in this BMW, and maybe voice control and gesture control, which I don't think is option in this car. No, it's not optioned. Okay, I'm just swiveling my hand like an idiot. But it's like BMW gave you the best of both worlds. Like if you don't like to use the touchscreen, you use this. Now with the knurled aluminum bezels, which I think looks really good. You have your shortcut buttons. And opening up your storage space through this button here. You have two cup holders. If you guys were wondering where the cup holders are, they're right here inside with a USB port here and a Z4 emblem. That's a nice feature to have. I really like this area with the two cup holders. Quite frankly, I really like it. And you can also close it, so if like the passenger has the cups, you can still put your hand on the left. Opening up the glove box, it has a decent size. Now the car is relatively small, it's a compact convertible, so the glove box wouldn't be a huge one, but it's good. That's a decent size. You can see it's pretty good. If you're interested in daily driving the Z4, we might as well talk about storage in this roadster and how much you can fit inside. Door bins are pretty small, with barely any space for a small book and some keys. No cup holders in there. You get a small secret compartment for the driver on the left of the steering wheel to store your sunglasses or something else, and the trunk has a fair size. Now opening up the trunk, you have 281 liters of boot space. It's the same when the soft top is in, so it's not compromising it, and it's pretty good. You can put 2 suitcases maybe, but it's fairly good. Now we're back inside the Z4. Now I want to show you the storage space here. As you can see, I have a small copybook here, but that's it. You have a small net to put your stuff with 2 speakers behind that, so that's quite cool. And that's basically it. Now I want to show you, look at the roof. It's this hard plastic. I'm not complaining, it's okay. But I mean, I wish they had another material, maybe leather wrapped here. But it's okay. You have also this cloth fabric on top of you. Let's go ahead and check out what powers the Z4. Now before talking about the engine, I wanted to show you the engine cover, how all this portion right here goes up with it. The sDrive20i in today's review gets the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder B48 engine, producing just under 200 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque. The Z4 gets an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending powers only to the rear wheels, but BMW is now adding a manual option. The sDrive30i gets also the same engine, but with 260 horsepower to play with. The 6-cylinder M40i produces a whopping 340 horsepower from its B58 engine. You might remember the concept Z4 unveiled at Pebble Beach back in 2017. The design was seriously eye-catching with a low front fascia and sharp rear angles. After 1 year, BMW gave us this production version, which gladly holds on to the concept spirit. I believe you heard that BMW and Toyota have worked hand in hand to provide us with a convertible Z4 and coupe Supra. The agreement was set in order to cut costs for both manufacturers, especially Toyota, which didn't allocate a huge investment in reviving its old sports car. So the Supra shares the same B58 engine as the M40i, as well as other interior parts. The exterior is obviously completely different, with a much more sedated design language for the Z4. Now coming on to the exterior of the Z4, this specific car, as you mentioned, is spec'd in Mediterranean blue with the Ivory White leather. And I think this car looks really good with the chrome accents at the front. It's very similar to the concept car we saw last year. It has a different style of BMW grills. I think it looks good, it has a new design styling, and it's a very wide one actually. Now this is the sDrive20i, so you don't have a very aggressive front bumper like the M40i, but to be honest, it looks really good with the black accents at the bottom. I really like the way it looks. And those vertically aligned BMW LED headlights. They're the first time that we see on a BMW those type of headlights. Let's just take a quick walk around of the Z4. Coming on to the side, right here, you have those beautiful wheels. They're 18-inch alloy wheels. Looks really good with the spec. Now there's a really nice detail that I wanted to show you guys. This Z4 emblem looks really cool in my opinion. And then coming on to the rear, compared to the concept car, it's really similar to that, by the way, maybe more than the front. You have those two LED taillights with this kind of integrated rear spoiler, and this looks really good. Z4 emblem with the sDrive20i right here. You have two exhaust tips. What do you guys think of the exterior of the new Z4? I actually took the Z4 for a short test drive in Beirut, and I am very impressed in the way the car drives. The steering feels light and precise, and driving position is perfect for me. I am 185 centimeters, and the top of the windshield doesn't get into my field of vision, unlike the C7 Corvette. It isn't as low as you might expect, but I thought the suspension to be on the firmer side when going over road bumps. Power delivery is very accurate, and the Z4 felt nimble and fast under hard acceleration. And remember, this is the 20i with just 200 horsepower. But it puts a smile on your face every time you downshift in sport, which makes the exhaust ridiculously pop and burble loudly. Switching it to Eco Pro puts it in a calmer mood and rolls on the higher gears to save fuel. The open top sensation is a beautiful one, and I forgot how fun small roadsters can be. Now you might go for the cheaper MX-5 or tell me that a proper BMW must have an inline 6, and that's true. But this efficient 4-pot Bavarian sports car can offer a lot of fun without spending extra money. Sure, if you have spare money to spend, get the iconic B58, but that doesn't mean you won't have fun in this entry-level Z4. So guys, that's it for today. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Until then, take care everybody. See you soon.